Mama Duke.
What's up, Mike Melinoe?
Man, I appreciate you. This is like a good ass moment. We have like some fire things to talk about, but also, getting to know you and you getting to know me is like the most important thing here. So I just want to say I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate you because niggas don't link.
Man, come on.
You know what I'm saying? One time for the one time.
For real, for real. Yeah. So let's start it off. How was your day?
My day was good. I did some stuff for Austin FC, and that's always a good start of anybody's day. So what about you, though?
No, facts. My day's been chill. Just been running around. I haven't called my son just yet, so that's on the radar after this. But that's how I start my day.
now.
Yeah,
Because here's the thing.
yeah,
Niggas that are your homies, I say
Yeah.
homies because I'm your homie,
yeah.
know that you have a kid, know that you're a dad, because we ain't linked and chopped it up in a minute. I'm
Yeah.
like, congratulations.
Nah, for real, appreciate that shit. Dad life is, and Shelly done seen him, and he's something else. He's growing like crazy. Like it's like one day he's crawling, now he's putting on his clothes. Like
How old is he?
asking me, oh, he just turned 3 in November, so he'd be 4 this year. Yeah, time is flying,
That's a
but
good. That's a good age.
you be kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though. 3 is good because no means no.
Yeah,
Yeah means
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
yeah.
You know?
And he's very like smart though too. Like that's one thing that I do appreciate. Just being very, very smart and just like words wise. Like it's kind of like a weird situation. But since he was born, to be honest, like we never had baby talk. And I think sometimes like with having kids, like that baby talk is something that kind of
Yeah.
stunts their growth and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a brilliant little thing. He keeps me up, keeps me inspired, and like I
And
love
it's
him to
little
death.
you.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
And crazy thing, like he loves music, so we'd go to like Guitar Center and shit like that, and then he'd just be like funneling with the drums or funneling with the bongos, keys, and he's like, one time, all right, so random story, we were just at Guitar Center last week because I'm week on, week off, blah blah blah, long story short on that. Yeah, but
You on though?
yeah.
You know what I'm
All right. So we was in a drum room, and normally in the drum room, I ain't really too good with drums. I'm good on the keys. I'm nice, but I'm like doing little chops, but it's not nice. But this one guy was in there, and he was killing like Aaron Spears type vibe, and I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. My son, like we was about to leave because the drum set that he was on was like a little silent one, the little electric one. So the guy was like, hey, you want to shred on this one? To my son, I was like, hey, it's up to him. He hopped on and tried to emulate everything he saw. He's reaching, just, hitting the toms, hitting the snares. And it was just one of the moments where I'm like, that's his first time in person seeing a real drummer. And like he was emulating. So I got to see him do that. But
And
keys
so
wise,
you
it's
got it, bro.
amazing.
What's beautiful about that is
Yeah.
now that we're different kind of parents.
Yeah.
Our parents did their thing, but now it's like it's cool to be like, no, I'm on now.
Yeah.
Like
True,
this is
true.
different. And so to be able to create the environment for him now,
Yeah.
because you're really doing this music shit, I didn't have anybody in my family that played the fucking banjo.
Right.
And so for you to take your son to Guitar Center
Yeah.
and be like, play,
Yeah, nah,
That's cool.
for real. It's really
yeah.
mad inspiring. It definitely do kind of like push you in the mirror of just this creation and just even in thought of that, like how I started. I come from a big music family, so like it's just kind of in my blood. You know what I'm saying? But
So to
again,
pass
see
that
it-
down.
yeah,
That's
like my
beautiful.
dad is God on the keys. Like you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like to see him playing the
Oh,
keys,
he
I'm like,
play.
nah, like he you know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope,
But
that's dope.
yeah, it's beautiful, like, and it always just keeps us, in that mode. And just even thinking about in the mode of just creating and stuff, like what's the thing that gets you up and going and like creating in that mode that kind of keeps you at your best at all times? Like where did you even get your start?
Bro, so like I said, nobody in my family
Right.
did anything. And so at first, my first love was photography. So I
shit.
went to the Art Institute for photography. I moved to Houston.
Okay.
So to go from 3%.
Wait, are you from Houston?
No. I always say I grew up there
Oh, okay,
because I was like 21.
Okay,
20,
yeah. So that's like the years.
That was
okay.
mine. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so boom, I grew up in a small city, more cows than people, 3% black
Okay.
people. Like
Oh,
graduated
shit.
with 3 black people and 2 of them are my cousins. So
Damn.
when I moved to Houston, I was like, hey, niggas,
Niggas.
what do you put in your
Niggas
hair,
is out.
nigga?
Like, yeah.
Because my mom didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, no,
So
facts.
went to the Art Institute for photography. Was my first love. Then I heard that Austin was the live music capital of the world.
Yeah.
Realized that photography was a like and music was a love.
Right.
And then I moved out here and I was like, okay, this felt like more home than Houston ever had.
Right.
So I
okay.
knew this is where I needed to be. I think in Houston, because I wasn't raised around a lot of black people, I moved to Houston. It was culture shock for me, which is fucking wild.
Right.
So I remember feeling, this feels like home, but niggas, I don't know.
Right, true.
So moving to Houston, I was like, okay.
Right.
Niggas.
Right.
But so Austin feels like home for me.
Okay.
So that's where I got my start. And then ever since then, man, just been doing shows out here.
So do you find yourself in a space where you feel Austin is a place where you would leave? Like everybody always go to LA, New York. Of course, I'm from Detroit, so coming here, 2016, it was random as hell. I was always traveling.
Why'd you come here?
Long story short, I was just visiting my ex, and then she was like, hey, yo, you should stay. Because it really didn't matter where I stayed. I was traveling overseas. I was traveling East Coast, touring and stuff. So I was just that guy. But back home, I always felt like a crutch. Like, you get them calls. You got to be in certain areas. Then it's the bullshit that follows you. And I've always tried to be a very stray, lead the bullshit over there. The homies active, but it's just like, they all know, like, I'm the talented one. You seem like you can figure this shit out, So I've always been in that space, for real. So, I moved out here just like really spur of the moment, $8 in my pocket, missed the flight, had a $130 check coming like a week later, and just like tried to figure that shit out.
I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
I got a whole kid.
Nah, for real. And crazy thing about it, I do think about at all times moving, going to LA, but having a child, like, it's I don't think I could leave Texas at this point. Texas is definitely home. It's weird to say sometimes, to be honest. But Texas is a beautiful place, and it is like a damn its own country, yo. So, but would you go to LA?
I feel like this will always be home.
Okay, I feel
I always say that, like, I went to London last year for a month. That was cool.
Oh shit, how was that?
It was cool, but I was ready to come back.
I've never been in London. I've been to Prague.
Bro, you of all niggas,
man, I swear,
need to be there.
Man, London, that's crazy.
So going for a month, I was like, I'm ready to come home.
Okay.
I went to France for a little bit. It's time to come home.
Yeah, damn, France. How's that?
So, bro, what was so beautiful is they don't know nothing you're saying.
Wow.
So you know how I always like to make this reference. You know how people talk about mumble rap?
Yeah, true.
Nigga, it's all mumble.
No, facts.
They don't know what the fuck you say.
That's how it was in
So
Prague.
I applaud mumble rap.
I'm literally in there walking through the city. I was just telling my friend about that. Like, walking through the city you're damn near like silent. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time I felt real silence because I didn't know what all these other people was talking about. I'm over there for a festival. I vacate 4 days in the city, walking through the city, and it's
like
just
an alien, but a good one.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I mean, it's to the point, if we walk outside on 6th Street or any of these streets, like, we hear everybody's problems. They could have been talking about their girlfriend, their mans, their
homeless people.
like all that shit.
It's getting dark on 6th Street.
But honestly, what's so crazy? I feel like it was more. But I don't know what happened. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the COVID shit kind of like, but I think, like, again, just in this space of just even traveling and just finding different people and stuff like that, going overseas is something where I advise every person to just really experience, because
they love us out there.
It's
just like when somebody comes here, you're like,
it's like, oh shit,
what you want?
Yeah, I got a lot of homies literally from overseas. Like, one of my good homies, Lord Apex, he's in London. He's always telling me about coming over there. But like, London is a place I feel like that I just want to just go.
So you haven't gone?
Yeah, I've only literally Prague.
Bro, I hung out with more black people in London than I ever have here.
Oh yeah, well, I do hear it's a lot of niggas over there.
It's so many niggas, and
but it's cold though. I heard, like,
it was cold and it snowed, but it felt good to jump on a train. And wear a coat, and it was nice. Especially because we don't get that cold here.
Yeah,
but to answer your question, man, this is home.
Yeah, okay.
I would go stay for long periods of time. That's the goal.
But you'll come back.
LA, because I'm on this song, I'm in so-and-so's dropping an album, I'm writing on that album, and then I go, but I'm always coming back here.
True,
I'm Texas.
Texas is cool. It's big as fuck. It's a lot going on, and again, it's its own world. It's a lot of people, even from Dallas, for an example, that I never would have heard about if I never was in Austin, to experience and grow these relationships with these peoples. And even in Austin, like, it's a very progressive place.
And why move now?
Exactly.
Big brand is here.
Talk about that a lot.
Big business is here.
Talk about that, the tech. You know what I mean? But even the music and just what we're trying to, like, spearhead, and just like coming together and just like, having conversations, but also bonding on a brand even on a personal level. I think that's like one of the most important things. But also just Austin being a place where it's so many migrants of just creators. Like, I think, me personally, that it kind of puts us in a place where it's just like, oh, you got your shit, I got my shit, we don't really need. But like, ultimately, I really do have real life friends out here, like, Ife Nero, like people that I literally rock with on a regular. Like, you know what I mean? When I was homeless, I was staying at his spot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that I kind of like circle back and really just come to a experience of just seeing and trying to be again a spearheaded person for Austin, just seeing where we could take it and stuff like that. And just even on the tip of like Austin, like where do you see and where do you want it to go? Like, say 5 years, 10 years, what do you see and want it to go?
What's cool is like now we're starting to be a part of all this,
Right, true.
all that, all that early work.
Yeah.
We've been grinding, Shelly. Behind the camera, this is behind the camera, right? You know what I'm saying?
And Shelly is like one of the pioneers of so many creators. That's one of my favorite people, but also like friends. But like when I come to like my directing and shit like that, I've learned everything from him. So like
that's what I'm saying. And what's so beautiful is like him releasing a film.
Yeah.
And you dropping your visuals in a bit,
Come on now.
And all these like big brands I'm starting to be a part of. It's like it's so cool to see niggas win.
Right.
And so 1, I would never move, and 2, I'm excited about big brand moving here. I know a lot of people, South by Southwest come to people like, or ACL, or people, and you played ACL. Yeah, so have I. And so it's like, I think, and let me ask you this too. Are we not upset about big brand moving here because we are part of it?
That's crazy. Because if I wasn't a part of it, how would I feel?
Play local. Don't quit hiring big celebrities to come in to keep South by Southwest old school. It's like, what would we be saying another?
But honestly, I think of it I'm a hustler, you know what I mean? So in my space, I'm like, if whatever is for me shall be, and I'm a firm believer of that. But also it's like, I don't always see myself, like I'm not an Austin artist. I'm an artist in Austin.
Period.
Like, I do so many different things, writing for different people, go to LA like you say, and we just, cultivate in different spaces. But ultimately, like, I think it's very important for all artists of any, like, formats to just try to look at themselves in a very progressive manner and not necessarily just minimize your creations or just your worth in a sense of where you are. Because I know mad people in freaking Vermont, you know what I mean, that's getting more money than niggas in LA. It's really subjected in space, of course, but like, at my space and where I'm at right now, I think it's very important for me to just keep my brain above the ceiling because I don't have a ceiling. As much as you put something over your head, that's where you're going to only look at. I see the stars, and even when I see the stars, I'm in the galaxy. So I'm just kind of in those spaces. But I think Austin is just in a space where we can propel it and make it something that we wanted to make it because we are spearheading it. But these are the examples where we can kind of like allow like all the young folks follow and put them in position. But even these big companies, they want to work with us.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got to. And you got to make it known that.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it seem like I need you. You need me.
Yeah.
You just got to sometimes, how many emails we done sent?
Yeah.
Thousands of emails. And we just now getting, the responses like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, ACL, they all on our lines hitting us. Hey, what you, everybody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, all right, what can I do for you now? I'm trying to build my brand enough so we can just get to that plateau to, elevate this thing. So
I love that you said that they need us.
Yeah.
And you really have to position yourself like that.
True.
Because while it's nice to be humble, while it's nice to be like, I appreciate y'all, thank y'all, please hit me if y'all need,
please.
It's like, nah, man, I'm really connected and I've really done the work.
Right.
And so while, if you hit that, see it.
Yeah, true.
Be here.
True.
So yeah, man, I love that. I love that for us.
So just even wrapping up and stuff, because this is beautiful, of course.
Yeah.
Mama Duke, Mike Melinoe, this is beautiful. So we have a great show that we're headlining on the 28th. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I love Antone's. Sound right.
Yeah.
It's always right.
Yeah, it sounds.
Never gotta worry about.
Yes.
Don't even need a sound check. We're gonna do one.
Yeah.
But you never need a sound check. Emily is pulling up.
I love that.
And so sometimes my mom can make it. Sometimes my cousins. Sometimes my cousin's friend.
Yeah.
And so everybody's coming out.
Yeah, I love that.
My family got hotels downtown. So it could just be like we haven't gotten together in a long time.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
family
man,
reunion.
It's gonna be a beautiful night.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What you
I'm
excited?
Shit. I mean, ultimately, anytime, because my DJ is Ashmar, so anytime me and Ashmar hop on the stage, it's a beautiful moment,
Because he can do his thing,
Come on now. I mean, normally I bring the band out, but I'm just gonna be, me and the homie. But I'm excited. Just being able to have all these different artists, hip hop artists of all sorts. Even having Jay Soulja, like hosts. This is beautiful. Just putting different components and just people.
Who is also a heavy hitter in the city.
On now, like,
that's what I love. Niggas, we outside.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and honestly, even on him, like, man, I'm just proud of what he be doing, because even to be like, yo, I'm a host, that motherfucker hop on the stage, man, he one of the greatest hosts I've ever seen. Like, and I done seen him in different facets. For real.
It's either,
that's a good person to like even put in that place. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm blessed and honored to have this opportunity. And yeah, looking forward to it. June 28th.
June 28th. Antone's, Mike Melinoe.
Appreciate you.
Mama Duke.
Mama Duke.